Hello and welcome to Destination Divergence episode 26. Last week, you guys met a contact attempting to buy a potion of invisibility. It did not go as you had hoped, unfortunately. And speaking of things that did not go as you hoped, Leroy and Milos are currently trapped in the house of Tim the cook's residence, as he has just entered the front door. So that's where we will start.
Confirmation it's Tim the cook.
So, Leroy, Milos, what are you doing?
At the moment, I believe they're frozen.
Fair enough. So you guys just kind of wait it out and see what happens?
I mean, frantically brainstorming, but not moving physically.
Okay. Milos, how about you?
Yeah, I'm on board that train. Hopefully making less noise than an actual train, but...
Yes, indeed.
The amount of noise a train makes, or in other words, my stealth checks. I mean, we can, or rather in character, we could just wait to see if he doesn't come up here and then try to sneak out.
So, after a few seconds with after the door opened, you hear some muttering. Can I get perception checks from both of you?
Ooh, uncomfy. Perception.
Oh, no.
Throw it. Oh.
Both of you can hear that he is muttering something to himself, but you can't make out any of the details.
So we can hear he's muttering to himself. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
He must be muttering pretty loud.
Yep. You can hear, like, barely on the edge of your perception something that doesn't sound like footsteps or door creaking. It sounds more like a voice. That's about it.
And it does sound kind of low volume. I guess that we rolled like shit.
Yeah, that's all you can gather about it.
He's singing opera, or muttering, or whispering eldritch things. We don't know.
Yeah, something in that set.
He's about to cast Fireball. He knows we're here.
See invisibility more like.
He's just cast invisibility, and he's about to just walk in and yeet a fireball at the floor. Alright.
At this point, you don't hear anything else.
He's just walking around downstairs.
At this point, you can't hear anything else.
Milos, could you potentially teleport us out of here? Can you do that?
I'm assuming this is telepathy?
Oh, yes, I have that ability. I forgot. I don't have to whisper. Yes.
Does come in
that's
handy in these
telepathy.
situations.
Nope, I don't have anything to teleport us. Do you? Maybe?
I can fly. No, I don't. Could we just sneak out?
Well, if he had left, we would have heard the door close again.
Would you have?
Pretty sure we would have.
I don't know, with those rolls, it's like both of you have earplugs in, so I'm not sure.
That's why we're pretty sure we would have.
That's fair.
Yeah, we would have heard the door. We heard the door open, so logically.
Yeah. I was more thinking to sneak past him, given our current less visible state.
I mean, we can attempt to.
I really haven't been very sneaky, but normally I am.
I've been uncharacteristically sneaky so far. Which means it's about to come to an end.
I feel like the best option is probably to abscond. We can't let him see us, correct?
You guys hear the sound of something closing in the distance.
Do we get any sense of what it is?
Nope.
Totally see. Okay. Yeah, I'm first sneaking out while he's home and just try to get down to the basement and make our way out.
I'm on board with that plan. I don't have a plan.
Okay. DM, we do that?
All right, stealth rolls, please.
Oh god.
All comes down to this.
Advantage because you're invisible.
Oh yes.
That's for relying on sight. Give me
mind.
for sound first because you're
So
upstairs
that's
right
the
now.
14.
Oh, I rolled twice. Whoops.
Got an 8 either way.
Uber Giga advantage.
Yeah, 14 and an 8. Okay. Uber Giga advantage. Yeah, sounds legit.
Wow.
All right. Okay, so as you slowly sneak out of the room, trying to step as gently as you can towards the stairs and then slowly down the stairs, you don't see him yet, and you don't hear him either. But you have reached the bottom of the stairs, which is right near the front door.
Which is open or closed? It's probably closed.
Front door is currently closed.
Alright. Does it sound like there's movement down here?
Give me
Oh,
a
he's gonna say
perception
roll
check.
perception
Yep.
again. I hate clicking the die roll button. It's a terrible thing. Oh, well,
Okay.
that time it wasn't.
So now that you've been, very focused on calming your movement and you're a little less, maybe a little less panicked, you've got some renewed focus to listen to your surroundings. You hear some shuffling coming from the basement.
Some shuffling.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't seem like there's anyone on the bottom floor of the house? The ground floor, rather?
Not that you gather.
I will telepathically comment to Milos that we should probably leave through we could try to leave through the front door or not even let on that there was someone here. Or we could try to find out what he's doing downstairs.
That last idea seems sketchy.
It does seem a little sketchy. I was kind of recoiling as it came out of my head.
But you let it pass your lips anyway.
Listen, I'm not in control here.
Apparently.
Yeah, I think we probably leave through the front door.
Okay, which one of you is going to handle actually opening and closing the door? I will have them roll a stealth check for, getting the door to close quietly.
I will do that because I believe I am sneakier than Milos.
Okay.
You would be correct.
All right. I open the front door of the house that we are not legally inside of. But I'm invisible, so it's cool.
Okay, you get the door open. You and Milos have exited the house. Can I get another stealth check for you to close the door quietly?
We leave. We leave fast. We go.
Just fucking sprint out of there.
Oh
All right,
God.
the door is closed. You're both invisible. And the door doesn't really slam shut, but it's really not quiet. So hearing the latch loudly fall into place, you guys both book it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to
As we're leaving, is the gift basket we left there still there?
It is gone.
Okay. Yes, then we leave.
All right. Do you drop the invisibility? You're just gonna...
We let the invisibility go until it's just going to be out, and then I will suggest finding an alley and emerging visible from that alley.
Okay. Sounds good. I won't make you roll for that. That's easy enough. So you have both successfully escaped from the house.
Hey, we didn't get killed. We didn't get killed.
That took like 2 years off my life.
Yeah. And I was only going to live for 1 more year, so.
Rip.
I'll just make my way to my coffin. I'll be back.
He shows up as a vampire.
All right, so where do you two go?
Back to House Cannith, I think. Unless you have another idea, Milos.
That is where we left him, and hasn't been too long.
Yeah, I think
Right.
it's been a couple hours, but not like an enormously long time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you arrive at House Kenneth, and the clerk lets you back into the common room at the back with the bar. It is now empty.
Including the bartender, or just there's no
they're just the
patrons?
bartender. Yeah, no patrons.
Okay. Hello, sir. I have friends who were here earlier. Where did they go? Did they say where they were leaving to?
Make me a persuasion check.
Not a stealth check, though.
Not a stealth check.
Persuasion's better.
Okay.
Hey.
Yes, I believe they said they were returning to wherever they're staying. I don't recall the name of the place, or which of the inns in town it was, but I believe that's what they said.
Thank you very much, and I will give him a silver for
Thank you.
being, tippable.
To your surprise, he takes a silver, and there's actually like a coin slot in his shoulder, and he just kind of pops it in there and then continues what he was doing.
Oh, neat.
The more you know.
So I'm good to go back to the inn if you are.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right, so you guys meet your companions back at the inn, and the party is now together.
All right. Well, are we in private?
You can be.
All right. Once we get into a private space, I will show the party the letter we got, and explain the context surrounding that.
Mm-hmm. So, as a reminder, the letter was from a representative of House Landa themselves, kind of warning Tim to back off his slightly more eccentric ways and more eccentric cooking, and to kind of stick to the script, so to speak.
Maximum density of stools allowed.
Yes, exactly.
Incredible.
So this is at least somewhat useful. Perhaps it could be used to blackmail House Galanta. Not the house we were intending to pin this crime on, but certainly an option. Would we know if there's any tension between House Orion and House Galanda?
You can make me a history check.
Oh, that's intelligence-based, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. This ain't gonna go well.
Not that you're aware of. You can't really recall any specific interactions between House Orion and House Galanda off the top of your head.
Guess I'll open that question up to the rest of the party as well. I don't know.
If anyone else would like to roll history on that instead, they may.
I'm a
Sure.
foreigner. I'm a foreigner, man. I got no fucking clue.
That is fair.
Oh, I double rolled it. Damn it.
18.
Wow, he rolled a 40?
Milos, you know that House Orion and House Holanda work fairly closely together. House Holanda has inns all over the continent, and House Orion supplies the transportation for the goods between restocking all the inns.
I rolled 11.
11. Okay, you would know that as well.
So we'd have to have a lot of evidence for that. Should we continue with the House Larian plan or
Lorenda.
the Lorandar plan, or
I think that's
just
probably the best bet.
okay? So should we break into one of their houses?
If we do that, I'm not going this time.
I'll go that time. And he'll. We're in like one of our rooms, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, and he'll pull his collar down. He's like, I do have their mark.
fair.
I would
We
prefer
might
not
not
to
even have
break
to go
into
in
anyone
invisibly.
else's home. But
Oh, DM note: are we taking a short rest during this talk?
If everyone else is okay with that, sure, you may.
sure.
Short rest. Okay.
I don't hear any objections, so I'd assume so.
Cool. Spell slots recovered.
Wish I could do that.
Taking a breather, getting that thing back.
I mean, to be fair, he has 2 spell slots.
Yeah, that's true. Spell slots recovered is not saying much. So, yeah, we could go on a sort of information gathering mission towards House Larendar. What do the rest of you think?
So, what are our priorities for the various infiltration plans right now? We've got House Lorendar, and that's for.
That's
what
to get
are
a
we getting out of
handwriting
that?
sample in order to pin something on Tim the Not Enchanter.
Okay.
Who did have some enchantments. Oh yeah, he's a mage, by the way. Or hired
Tim
one.
the cook.
Yes.
Hmm. And I'm putting the web together of ideas here, and we're trying to pin something on Tim. Are we doing this for the blacksmith, or are we doing this to get infiltrated in there to find the
Oh,
the
it was a
I feel like we have
think
multiple
it's
goals.
one stone kind of deal. If
But I think it's
the house,
primarily for the latter.
Mm-hmm.
It, as he says, an efficiency thing.
That makes sense. Now, if
Oh.
we
As a DM note for timescale here, this is like late midday on the 2nd day out of your 3-day time limit on the bonus reward.
Oh lord, maybe we just yeet some corpse in the middle of their atrium and be like, we found this guy, he admitted to it. There you go, pay us. Just be a bum.
They want proof, though.
yeah, we got to make this convincing. We're not doing it
Yeah.
at all.
So perhaps
But he's
tonight.
a likely candidate because he has motive. Unfortunately,
Does.
and he just happens to work for the Golden Dragons. And I'm sure it would be rather embarrassing to have one of their own chefs be this volatile.
So, yeah, perhaps we spend the rest of today obtaining a handwriting sample from somebody high up in House Larendar, and then tonight we create our ruse, and then tomorrow we spring the trap.
Well, I don't know if we even have to really involve House Larendar. It could have just been a personal feud. Didn't have to be corporate espionage.
Fair, although it would be optimal in terms of them believing it.
Perhaps.
What do you think, Drost?
Drost is nursing a headache in the other room, sorry.
It's- Computer building is like that, I assume.
Yep,
I mean, yes.
accurate.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's why I just bought one.
It's like a fun headache, though, you know?
Drost
That's
is
debatable.
currently trying to figure out why he's not getting a post.
What does that beep mean?
Anyone else smell smoke?
It is on the fire. Is that bad?
All right. Yeah, so I'm on the forge a letter from House Larendar train.
Okay.
I can leave that train.
I don't hate that idea.
Yeah, I like that one. I think that's the most elegant solution that we have going right now.
What's the most
Okay.
elegant way we
Dreams
can
and
execute that?
Bedroom.
I think. Oh, if we go offer them some service, something trivial, and ask for written instructions, we wouldn't even have to steal something.
Well, depends on whose written instructions we get.
Yeah, we might not get anyone special.
Well, but does it have to be someone special if they're authorized to write written instructions and pay out payments? In summation, the word pay was said.
Okay.
Good point.
I think that could be a really good option.
Yeah, that's not that bad of an idea.
And we could even have our member of House Larendar and the one person that Orion have not seen do the introduction. Less suspicious that way.
Who
Hey.
hasn't
Steve
Orion
Nakara.
seen?
Nakara.
Yeah, Nakaris. I was just about to say the drunk.
Yeah. No, same thing. Same thing. That's very apt.
I'm going for like a Friday. I'm going for like a Friar Tuck kind of deal. You could say the monk.
You remind me of the monk from Vinland Saga.
I don't think I've.
I don't know
For
that.
anyone who's watched that. If
Nope.
there's no one here, then that makes
Yeah, it's been on my
sense.
list, but I haven't gotten to it yet.
Oof.
Given that you all know what it is, I'm going to assume it's anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of not anime, finished Ozark the other day. Holy shit, that
Holy
ending.
shit!
Yeah.
I have to talk
I've
with you
only
after,
seen the
but-
first season.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's talk about that after. That's so good. But yes.
yeah.
Anyways, so you guys were talking about your plan to blame it on House Lorandar. Are you guys gonna head off in that direction now to House Lorandar itself, or you have some other plans in the meantime?
I think it would probably be a good idea, unless it's too late in the day and it would be awkward.
Is anyone against that plan?
No,
Nope.
I like that plan.
Okay.
Yeah, that works with me. I was planning on just having 2 people come, though, or go to House Lorandar. So that it's not
Yeah.
like, hey, group of adventuring people involving 1 Goliath, 1 robot, and, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The Goliaths are off in another room doing Goliath-y things right now. They're building
Yes.
a very big PC.
Fiddling with tiny screws.
It's an
Good thing he has those
extra large
glasses.
tower. Yes.
All the fans.
Yep.
But yeah, I can head over to House Larendar and ask if they have any work.
Okay, thank you. And the rest of
I'll go
us...
too.
I will stay behind
Okay,
if necessary.
yeah.
Actually, give me 2 seconds. I will be right back. I'm so sorry.
So, just Nakarath and Karak were going?
I believe that is the case, yeah.
Okay.
So that they have a House Lorandar agent
Alright, so we'll wait for him to
and another person who
Right.
they don't know. Because psychology.
Psychology, bitches.
Yep. I
Well,
was listening to Shostakovich symphonies while I was doing my homework earlier, and one of them has air horns in it. It was very surprising.
in the meantime here, Karak, on your way out with Nakarath, you notice Tap trying to get your attention. Subtly, but he is.
I walk over to the bar and I kind of just lean into Tap and I'm just like, "What's up?"
He says, here is the drink you ordered previously. I'm sorry it took me so long to get it together. And he pushes across the bar a crossbones.
Thanks.
I return.
Welcome back.
So, it's a House Larendar.
So, House Larendar. On your way out, Tap grabbed Karak's attention and served him a crossbones.
Oh.
But,
Stealthily.
yeah, well, subtly got his attention and then, served him the drink. So, you, I assume, take the map from Dross. I think he's the one who kept it. You go interrupt his PC building real quick. And you guys make your way over to House Larendar. It's a much smaller building than House Orion, as it's not really their main headquarters here, but they are expanding. It's in one of these plazas here in the Market District. They are kind of expanding outwards into the plaza to make the actual building that will serve as a dock for the airships. It'll be a large tower with the dock on top of it, basically. And right next to that construction site is the House Larendar headquarters of Passage itself. As I mentioned, it's a much smaller building, even smaller than House Cannith's building was as well, and really doesn't look that much different than just a shop, although there is a fairly large warehouse behind it.
Ah. Interesting.
As they're walking, Kark is gonna say to Nakarath, "Just so you know, if at all possible, I'd like to keep my connection with them a secret."
Okay. Will do.
Thanks.
All right. So as you enter the front door, there's a fairly cramped room. The desk and a few places to sit if you're waiting for an appointment or something, with a door going back. It's kind of like the entrance to a fairly small doctor's office, if I would describe it. At the desk is a half-elf, currently scribbling away at some notes. Yes, can I help you?
Yes, we my associate and I were looking for work. We happen to be of the more capable sort, and we were wondering if you needed any assistance.
Are you capable of construction?
What kind of construction?
Well, I'm sure you've heard we're attempting to build an airship dock here in Passage and really modernize its travel, you see. The airships can get all over the continent, whereas, House Orion's unfortunate situation with the rails is, well, as I said, unfortunate. So if either of you would like to join the construction crew, we're always looking for more helping hands there.
I'm not sure that's quite for us. We're not much looking for a prolonged construction job. Our muscle is more more suited
We're
towards taking care of things.
more
I
the
see.
adventurous sort, if you will.
I see. Well, at the moment, I don't believe we have any need for adventurers so much. I can check with my superiors, but I know all they've had me handle right now is getting more construction workers. I'll be right back. Hold here. And he will enter through the small doorway at the back of the room.
Yeah. What's the general vibe I get from her? Is she like freaked out or?
Make me an insight check.
Okay.
A vibe check.
Me insight. There it is. 19.
19. Okay. Seems kind of like busy and kind of dismissive, as if doesn't really expect that that there'll be any work for you, but checking anyways just to follow protocol.
Fair. Is there any like personal notes or any notes on her desk that seem to be a little more out of the way or forgotten?
Make me a perception check.
Okay. 19 again. 15
19
plus
again.
4.
Okay. Not that you can really tell. All of them seem fairly recent, as I mentioned, this half-elf is very busy. Probably just lots of to-do lists and the names and contact information of people who have appointments coming up, things like that.
Anything where she had to sign something?
Yes, several of the sheets are signed, specifically like the appointment lists. Those look like more official documents.
Well, before she comes back, I will steal one and put it in hide it in a bag.
All right. Sleight of hand, please.
Oh, please work.
She's got
13.
hands slightly.
13.
13. Okay. You kind of glance around for a minute just to make sure that she isn't back yet, and then you quickly reach over and grab it. So you now have a note with this half-elf's handwriting on it. Specifically, it's a list of some appointments that'll be coming in later this evening.
Wonderful. This would be chaotic. Yeah. Then I will wait.
All right. Takes a few minutes. As you imagine, this half-elf is going around to the few small offices in here and just making conversation and trying to see if there's any work available. She comes back into the room.
Hold on one sec. Sorry. What was her name? Because we would see it on the form or on the paper.
Sure, yeah, you can see, because she's signed at the bottom. I assume you would speak Elvish as your Karak,
Yep.
at least? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Ayala.
Ayala. Okay.
Yep. Ayala Lorandar, obviously.
Okay.
But not de Lorandar.
Correct. And as she comes back, she says, unfortunately, there's just, like I said, we don't really have need of your set of skills at the moment. I can take your names in case something else comes up in the future, though.
Oh, I doubt we'll be in town much longer. Thank you, though.
Unfortunate.
Thank you for checking. Have a pleasant day.
Yes,
you
thank
as
you.
well. Thank you. She kind of starts to look down at her notes. Kind of
As
puzzled,
we're
confused,
already
puzzled.
leaving.
Yeah, I was gonna say. As you leave and as you kind of close the door behind you, you see her kind of shuffle notes around a bit and looks puzzled.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
And we're out.
All right. So you guys have a handwriting sample now.
Well, that worked.
Yeah, I was about to say that went a lot better than I thought it would, Nakara.
There are some pretty good rolls there.
Way easier.
Great job. You made up for what happened. In the basement. You made up for what happened in the sewers.
Keep walking.
Alright.
Later. I am doing my best.
So
You're
you guys.
doing great, Nakarat.
Perfect.
Oh God, I need a drink when we get back.
If you say so.
As you arrive
Alright.
back at the inn, Nakara, do you get a drink?
Yes.
Okay. Just ale, or are you going for something harder?
We'll get a little whiskey.
Okay.
Iced tea.
Just a single gold piece, please.
All right.
And the tap of this bar will serve you a quick whiskey.
And I'll tip him a silver.
He thanks you as well and puts the silver away. So now you guys are all back in private upstairs in your rooms.
Mission successful. I
Well done.
stole a list of their future appointments, it looks like, for the evening. Oh, we'll take a look at who's on there, see if the AH rings a bell, but probably not. It's a reach.
Okay.
Worth a
But-
try.
Yes, this is someone who worked the front desk and was hiring for construction, so perhaps they might be interested in something else.
You don't notice anything of direct interest on the note itself. It's a bunch of names that all appear to be, there's a few that are members of House Lorandar that are coming in for a visit, it seems, and a few others that are just interviews for workers and things like that. Nothing extremely out of the ordinary.
Okie dokie. Cool. Then yeah, I will give the sample to Leroy.
Thank you.
I guess
So-
at this point. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I guess at this point, then, we should put together a letter, a fake one. I mean,
And I will go plant it on that poor man's premise. Or no, we just show it to.
yes, we'd say we
Right.
present it as evidence. I would assume.
Yes.
Right.
We say we figured it out, broke into this guy's house, found the letter.
Right.
Or do we? Nah, we got it. I mean,
Or we just broke into House Lyrandar. Yeah.
or we just say we've.
No, was the job to
We've-
bring in the person who did it, or just report them?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm going for here.
I think that, if I recall correctly, I apologize because it didn't write down that specifics, but if I recall correctly, it was just to find the person who did it. So I guess report them.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Okay. So we plant this either at his home or at his bar.
No, we just bring it as evidence. Say we got it from there.
Well, we can do that, or we can tell them it was him, and they can go raid his house, or have the police raid his house. Are there police?
There's the town guard, or the city guard, rather.
Yeah.
And, the houses themselves tend to kind of organize their own security.
Yeah. Because if we go to them with this letter and we're like, "Hark, we have found this letter," it's a little bit less believable than if we're like, "Hark, we've heard that this guy is pretty against you guys. We think it might be him," and then bam, they raid his house and find a letter.
Okay. Didn't know if they wanted to see the evidence before they raided or not. So
I mean, that's who knows. This is where the gamble is. That's the risk.
this is where we ask them how they would prefer their evidence, perhaps.
Okay, well that might be a little too perfect.
Yeah. That's
Mm.
then we're just.
All right.
That's too convenient. Yeah.
We'd rather find it. Give me a minute.
Well, the question to me is, how would we answer how we came by the evidence? Because I feel like
Yeah.
it's gonna look convenient if we just say, "Hey, we've got this letter, sir."
Okay.
We look
I'm
uncomfortable
not
and
sure how these investigations are handled. So
Yeah.
I will defer to your judgment.
Our best bet might be then, as you said, to plant it inside House Learendar and then give them a reason to go raid it.
Why would
Tim's
House
house.
Lorandar have the um
Evidence.
the missive though? Yeah.
No, we planted in Tim's house.
Yeah. House Tim.
So are we saying that they hired him to break into the?
Yes.
Okay, I see.
They hired him to do something nefarious in the House Orion grounds, and he panicked and yeeted someone's skull, but only enough to knock them out.
And then left a healing potion.
Yes, also that, because he felt bad.
Mhm.
Remember when we were just going to buy an invisibility potion and Jordan was like, hey, those cost 15 grand.
Yep. Turns out they're listed as a very rare magic item, so hey.
Big heck. Yeah, so I'm on the plant it at his house.
Yeah, I'm on that plan too.
All right. Any opposed?
Yeah.
Hold on.
So yes.
It's about time, I think. Listen. I know this is important. I know that we've got to get through here. I have kept something from you all, and I hope that you can forgive me, and I hope that you can understand. I think that'll be made clear, and I just kind of take an arm out and just let just that one arm kind of revert to the gray changeling skin underneath, and I just look. I looked into Kareth first, and I just say, I don't know how familiar you are, but I am a changeling.
Ah,
Um,
interesting.
this
Dang.
is something that I think we can use to our advantage, and I hope you understand, given the general climate, that that I've kept this from you until I needed to do otherwise.
I can certainly understand.
Those of you with military
understand?
training or who were part of a house would probably know what a changeling is, because you would be, told of their presence and kind of, not trained to spot them, because it's very difficult to spot them, but just to be made aware. Nakareth, you probably have no idea. I don't think Nala or Dross would know, but they're not here.
I don't really understand what the big deal about being. Well, I suppose people would be uncomfortable if you could look like anyone else whenever you wanted. So
I
I
think
understand the hesitancy.
that's at the very least part of it, yes. But either way, we can certainly use it to our advantage now.
Mm-hmm.
We can.
Because we know what Tim looks like. And if we can forge some writing by him, I can then plant something in his visage, and hopefully that will really seal this, make it undeniable. Obviously, this is going to need a plan, and I don't know exactly what that is right now, but for this occasion, at the very least, I am this state of being of mine is something to be utilized. So please guide me as you will. Let's figure something out.
Thank you for trusting us enough to tell us this.
You know, I do trust you, and if I'm to suspect anything, please remember that my fireballs have been cast carefully, and I
God
can't
damn
do
it.
otherwise. I jest, but
Noted.
you understand. You
Yes.
understand. On to planning.
Indeed.
Okay.
So, now that we know we have somebody who can change their form, can you look like anybody you've seen?
To the DM, yeah, I can, right?
Yes, as long as they're the same size as you and have the same kind of, relatively the same anatomy. I mean, you can change genders, but you can't turn into something with 8 arms, for example. And
Yeah.
How about 3 dongs? Just where your arms
that's
go.
Guys,
not
look.
quite the same anatomy. No.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, you have to turn into something that is, reasonably humanoid. And, yeah. Basically
But-
most other playable races.
But what about Megadrost?
You technically could turn into a Goliath because they're still medium creatures.
They just carry like they're large boys.
Yes.
Mhm.
They're at the very upper limit of medium creatures, but they still are.
Mm-hmm. Sad though. Imagine enlarging a Goliath up to huge, just having him wrestle everything.
I mean,
I don't know.
Enlarge Reduce could get Dross there, just saying.
Yeah, that's true. Just 2 of them.
I don't know if Dross is canonically here for this conversation, but if not, when he comes back, I really want to just show up as a mini version of him and see what happens.
I'll say he's not, and neither is Nala for this conversation.
All right. Excellent.
Canonically, they're off building a PC. A magic punk
Fiddling
fantasy
with static
PC.
bracelets.
Yes, indeed.
Personal construct.
Putting on way too much thermal paste, etc.
Just cut open the tube.
It's the Verge video all over again. It's really unfortunate.
no.
That's so fucking funny.
Okay,
Instead
so
of going to Micro Center, they go to Macro Center.
Yes. They're not wearing anti-static bracelets. They're actually just wearing negative ion bracelets and calling them that.
oh no.
Why would they want Max? Max are awful. No.
Anyways. So yeah, we'll say canonically the Goliaths do not know yet.
Incredible. All right. Yo, for real though, I got the abilities, but not the knowledge. I'm not sure how we want to play this.
As a mechanical note as well, it's not like the disguise self spell where you can change your clothes as well.
Mhm.
So that is something to be aware of.
At least you have a couple outfits in the robes, right?
I do, and also I can
Different robes. But
I can go shopping.
Yeah,
Get some
that too.
generic fucking townspeople clothes.
true.
Yeah, I get the sense that pretty much any disguise would be fine. I don't think it would be safe for Milos or I to go back there, just because we've been seen entering by his friend. But yes, perhaps you could just go sneak in. We found this letter in his bedroom.
Oh, then perhaps I can place this one there as well. While next he's at work. I just
Yes.
need someone to unlock the doors for me.
Are you not good at that?
No,
Ooh.
I have no training in it whatsoever.
I can do it.
Okay. So you come and unlock the door, and then I will quietly. You can keep watch while I go place the letter.
Okay. Now, And I'm sorry, is the plan that we just go through the front door? I go through the front door and I unlock it for you?
Oh no, Milos would just go and unlock the door for me, and then I
Oh,
would
okay.
go upstairs.
Okay. All right. So how do you want me in this situation?
I don't think you have to get involved. You just have to report back to House Orion. Orion?
I believe
Yes.
that's the one.
Okay, yeah. You just have to go report back to House Orion to let them know it's probably Tim.
Okay.
And I will hide this somewhere in his desk, buried. Not too
Well,
obvious.
once
not too-
somebody makes it, yes.
Hmm?
Once a letter is made, yes.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
have to make
yeah.
one. Does anybody have forgery kit / can make one? Because I know that artificers can do some crazy
I
stuff.
can make the kit, but I don't have the proficiency.
But yeah, but if you have the kit, you're automatically good at it. Haven't you been to the internet? I thought
Can
actually there
you-
was a way for artificers to just be like proficient in tools,
I
but
don't
I'm
think
not
I
clear on
don't
that.
think we can be proficient in
you
all.
gain expertise with any tool you are already proficient with as a 6th level artificer. That's
Oh,
how
right.
that does the thing. Yeah. And then they
Sad.
get like 7 tool proficiencies or something silly over the course of their levels, but yeah.
Yeah.
So no one knows how to forge a letter?
Oh wait, no, I'm
No.
proficient with the forgery kit.
There you go.
Oh, hell yeah.
wonderful.
And you can make one as well.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, so I'm assuming you'll do that then, Kark? Kark, Milos.
Yep.
Guidance.
Okay.
How
Uh,
are we wording this letter?
This is a good question as well.
Ooh, that's something Leroy wouldn't know in character.
Um,
For being honest, I've been playing him way too smart. So it needs to be we assume knowledge and agreement, right? This is something that's been agreed in person. This is just particular instructions on what he does, as we discussed, is probably a good thing to do to have.
hmm. Um, but what would he want in there? He's just a chef.
Well, maybe it's basing the fact that he's a chef to give him a reason to be around the what's it? Kitchen.
Rival. Jim?
Yeah, or that. Yeah. And then yeah, I don't know. Ingratiate yourself with Jim. I don't. Or he's just acting as a free agent, irrespective of his chefing talents, and was supposed to sneak in and steal something of value, or just gather information. We need to know about what they have in their secret areas. We think they're plotting against us.
Do we go so bold as to mention the dragon prophecy?
That would be a terrible idea, because they
Probably.
would then lock it down.
Yeah. But if they trusted us already.
Yeah, that's true, but they'd lock it down in general, and we don't want that.
Right. God. I got the writing sample. I need some help, guys.
Yeah.
This is hard, man. I have no idea. And my character's not smart either, so at least I have an out there.
All right. Let me try and type something up.
Okay.
We've really gotten into the complex plotting stuff, and this is
We have.
Uh-huh.
This is fun.
Politicking. Woo.
We've gotten into espionage.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I live for that, in case you hadn't noticed over the past episode or two.
It is one of the 3 pillars of D&D that many people just kind of ignore for some reason.
Because it's
Mhm.
hard.
There.
Yeah,
yeah.
it is really hard.
While that was being typed up, Milos, how about you go ahead and give me a check just in the meantime to see how well you can copy this handwriting.
All right.
So this will be intelligence plus double your proficiency.
Okay. Click that. And then plus 6. So that's 15.
Okay. So it seems relatively convincing to you. It's not a masterpiece, and, you know, it's not like you spent multiple days on it, but pretty convincing for the time you've had.
Wait, what's your intelligence bonus?
It's included in the 9.
Yeah.
That was a 5
Oh.
plus 4. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't actually look at the roll. I just listened to the plus 6. My bad.
Yeah, that was the proficiency. So it's a total of plus 11.
Oof.
Oh, so it's a 20 total.
Or sorry,
No,
plus
15 total.
15 total.
It's just a bad roll.
Yeah, plus, I'm sorry, that's plus 10. Your intelligence
Oh, I'm
bonus
sorry. I
is
was
4.
thinking wrong. I was thinking plus.
I was
9.
guiding this. I don't know if there
Oh, yeah.
had to be the D4 on there.
Yeah, you can go ahead and add D4 to that. Just in case it makes it even better.
Ooh, 4. So that's 19.
19, much better. It's nearly flawless, you'd say. You think if anyone is going to figure out that this letter is fake, they're unlikely to figure out it's fake because of the letter itself and more due to the contents, if the contents are iffy. But still working on that part.
House Florian is the house that was telling him to like stop cooking a certain way, right?
That's House Halanda,
No.
the house of
Oh,
hospitality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was actually his own house.
Yeah.
So God fucking damn it.
In the meantime, let's see. Anybody want to go make contact with Tap again? Or have you guys even notified the party of Tap flagging you down on the way out?
Oh well, Nakara knew about it.
Oh,
Other than that, I didn't say
forgot.
anything.
I've been listening. I suppose someone should go see Tap. He flagged one of us down earlier. It seems he has information for us.
What was the name of the elvish woman that whose handwriting we are forging again?
Aela.
A-
Aela.
Oh, does she hunt things?
I picked a name out of the random name hat in my mind, so unlikely, but sure.
I'm thinking of Ayla the Huntress from
Yes,
Skyrim.
yeah.
I was wondering where I recognized the name from.
Just
Yep.
played that quest line again the other day, actually. That's probably why
Nice.
it was randomly in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I made a Khajiit werewolf so I could be cat dog. It's great.
Nice.
Oh God.
Somehow, Magic the Gathering has a tribe for you.
Perfect.
I'm
doing
I'm
orc
brewing that
werewolf
right
is
now.
beastly.
There's like no good dogs though.
Mm.
Yeah, they printed a lord.
I did
So.
see that.
We're just 6 dogs away from a good dog tribal deck. Let's play D&D.
Yeah. So is anyone going down to talk to Tap?
If no one else, I will.
Okay.
I'm less
I will
into
go
that
with
group,
someone else.
but
Yeah, let's send 2 of us. Please
Assuming
be
we're
able
done
to-
with the letter, I'll go down.
Did you mention you were typing something up?
Oh yeah, I put it in the
Oh,
destination.
I didn't see that.
Divergence
I'm sorry.
channel. Sorry.
We'll handle that right now real quick too.
Clear.
So I'll just okay. So I'll read that out loud so that it gets on the recording too. Dear Tim, your job is to infiltrate House Orion from the sewers. We have word that there are some secrets that they hold within their basement. Your job is to find out whatever secrets they might be holding. Do this, and House Lorandar will make it well worth your while. Aela Lorandar.
Perhaps we should just leave it AL and let them match up the handwriting.
it's written now.
Well, I would imagine we
Yeah.
would just.
Oh, this is a
match the same
draft. Okay.
signature.
Yeah, I'd imagine
Yeah.
you guys could discuss it before Milo's just committed to ink.
And do this for our house.
Yeah,
And we will make it worth your while.
I think it's maybe a little bit less on the nose. Something along the lines of, Dear Tim, we suggest for a method of ingress the sewers, as they are less well guarded than other entrances to House Orion. As blah 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 blah.
To
As we discussed,
to
your
speed this
compensation
along-
will be generous.
speed this along a little bit more as well. Let's have somebody who is proficient in deception just make a check for that, and that'll determine how believable the wording is.
It's a me.
Yeah, I've only
Go
got
for
+3 in that.
All right, that's a hot 27.
All right.
Oh,
So not only is this
Nice.
letter basically flawless when it comes to the handwriting, you doubt that anybody would be able to tell from the wording that it is fake either.
wonderful.
Excellent.
All right, so you now have a faked letter.
All right, now all we gotta do is go plant it.
Yep.
Okay. So, Garth,
Let's go.
remind me of the plan here.
Um,
What am I? I know I told you of my very sensitive
Yes.
true self. Am I actually doing anything in this plan?
No.
All right, cool.
We thank you for the information.
Well,
We are deeply humbled by your trust.
sure.
Well, I believe we can handle this.
All right, let's share around later. I'm gonna go to the bar.
You know what? I'll go there too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and talk to Tap.
Okay, so who is going to Tim's house?
I was. Oh,
Provided it's
I
during
did
his
say
normal
I was
work
gonna-
hours, I will.
I did
And
say
I
I
need
was
someone to
going
pick the
to.
lock. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think
yeah,
it-
I need Mila.
yeah.
What was that card?
Er, No, Marcella.
I was about to say I did say I was going to pick the lock. Then.
Oh, okay. So you could tag along with the Karth for that then. Or
Oh,
would
and you might want to check that he's at his bar, his hut
Oh yes.
that you place before you do it.
And I assume someone told me where he lived.
Yeah, you guys have a map.
Yes,
Somebody
we
could have
relayed
marked
the
it.
address.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Okay. But yeah, swing by the bar and make sure he's at work. Or the hotel, I guess. Just, casually stroll by, see if I notice the little halfling in there.
Okay. And just to confirm, Kark, you're going with him now, or were you gonna speak to Tap first?
I assumed he was just leaving, so I was going to let the rest of the party talk to Tap.
Okay. We'll handle you guys heading over to Tim's house first, real quick. So you stop by the bar, and Nakareth, or the inn, rather, I'm sorry. Nakareth, can you make me a stealth or performance check, your choice, to kind of make it a casual pass by and not be noticed by Tim?
Alright, stealth it is. Oh, fuck, 13.
13, okay. As you pass by the door and just kind of glance in real quick, Tim just happened to be looking directly at you. He's like, oh, he actually leaves, jumps off his little footstool and heads over towards the door to meet you.
Heck. Big heck.
Hello, Tim. How can I help you?
Oh, hello.
How are you today?
I just wanted to thank you. Your friends left a gift on my doorstep that day. I immediately came home when I heard about that. So nice of them. Y'all must come back in sometime to enjoy some more of my food. I insist, on the house.
God damn it, that was a terrible lie.
Absolutely. We're in the middle of a job right now. That's time sensitive, but yes, we definitely shall come time. We would love one of your meals.
Excellent. Okay. I will see you soon then. I don't want to interrupt whatever you're doing. I'll let you get back to it. Toodaloo. And he will
Toodaloo.
enter back into the inn.
Fuck, power walk away.
Yeah,
No,
Karen
be
comes
cool about
out
it.
from around
It's
a
fine.
corner after that he just hid in and he follows you.
So, sounds good. Yeah, he rolled a 14 for perception. He barely made it.
Damn,
But
I rolled a 5.
anyways, you guys make it to his residence, and there's normal foot traffic in the area. Just the halflings that live on the street coming to and fro, but not a lot of people around.
Okay. And I will wait for Carrick to unlock the door, or perhaps turn us invisible and then unlock the door. Can you do that?
I can turn you invisible and then I can unlock the door. That's the
Well,
best I can do.
I worry about people watching you unlock the door.
Let me see. Hold on.
If I may, some information I assume that would have been conveyed to you is that there's 2 doors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we told him everything about the house.
Oh, then yeah, to the basement. I guess we go. A basement door, right? Around
All
there.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, so Karek, can I get a Thieves' Tools check from you? Your choice of dexterity or intelligence.
Actually, you know what? I can make us both. I can actually no. Still, it's only one of us. Never mind. I lied. All right. Yeah.
These
Thieves'
tools.
Tools check. That is. What's my proficiency bonus? 3. So that's
Yeah, you do have expertise in Thieves' Tools now, so...
right. So that's a 20 total.
20 total, okay. It takes you a bit. You kind of have to work around it. You discover the same arcane lock that Milos did, but unfortunately, you weren't as lucky as him in getting it open quickly, and after a minute or 2, you managed to wiggle the lock open.
All right. Did anyone notice us?
Nope, nobody was in the back alley when you were doing that.
All right. Wonderful. And let's sneak in. And
All right.
I will slowly make my. Well, I'll go in. He stays here and wait
All right.
because I'm hoping an amulet of proof against detection and location would not trigger any alarms, but who knows?
Amulet against poop and detection.
Either way,
Oof.
can I have a stealth check, Nakar?
Yes. Mother.
Kark is gonna try and stay stealthy.
13.
And
What was,
actually, you know what?
what was that number? Sorry.
13.
13. Thank you. What were you saying, Kark?
Sorry about that. Kark is gonna cast invisibility on himself and act as lookout.
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh, I will give. Hold on. Let me double check something. Da-da-da-da. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Mind link. Yeah, before I leave, I'm going to give Carrick the ability to speak with me telepathically. It lasts for 1 hour as long as we're within. It must be within 60 feet.
Sweet.
Okay. Nice.
Use this ability. Okay, cool. But yeah, then we'll go in there, and I had got a 13.
Yeah. So you're trying to be stealthy, but you're also very aware of the fact that you're in somebody else's house. You're not supposed to be here, so you're kind of moving with a bit of panic, and that throws off your stealth a bit. But you do manage to get through the house, and you don't find anybody home at the moment, so it doesn't seem like a big deal.
All right, wonderful.
Following the layout of the house that Leroy and Milos gave you, I assume you head directly to the room and plant it?
Yep.
All right. Make me a deception check, unless you have another idea for a skill you could apply for hiding the letter in a convincing location that seems like it's hidden, but also would be found when if House Orion were to raid.
I would have suggested the desk drawer. I might have actually suggested that. I can't remember.
That's
That's
what
fine.
I was thinking, but could I perhaps approach this from the point of view of a police inspector and where they might look and use insight?
Eh?
I'll allow it. Go ahead. I'll make the DC slightly higher, but that's fine.
19.
All right. You feel pretty convinced that you, kind of convincingly dropped the letter into this desk and kind of it lays in a way that seems like he was trying to hide it there.
Underneath a few things.
Yeah, exactly.
Over the corner sticking out or
Just
some
kind
shit.
of use your intuition to figure out where you would expect to find something in this case.
Mhm.
All right.
And then we'll sneak back out.
All right.
I ain't fucking with anything.
One more stealth check, and can I get a perception check from Karek?
Holy fucking fuck.
Oh no. That's a
I rolled
natural.
a 3. I rolled a 3. 11.
11. Okay. Is that a natural one perception? You said.
Yep.
What's that total?
Oh no.
That's a 5 total.
All right. So as you're sitting there in the back alley, Karek, a fly kind of buzzes up by your face, and you kind of trying to swat away at it, and you're completely distracted the entire time. You don't notice anything.
I'm like, how does this thing fucking see me? I'm invisible.
Exactly. So everyone just sees a fly awkwardly buzzing around a space, trying to dodge something that's completely invisible. Nakarth, you have exited the house.
Okay.
You guys have shut the door, and it automatically latches behind you.
All right, wonderful. Now let's sneak back off. Hopefully no one saw us.
All right.
Is it good?
Yep,
Here in your head.
it's good.
All right, let's go. And he'll run invisibly behind you.
All right. In the meantime, you guys are back at the bar, the rest of the party, minus Drost and Nala. There's still a few patrons at the bar. It's not completely empty yet, but it is getting to be evening. What do you guys do?
I believe Tap wanted to talk to us,
Mhm.
but until there aren't any other people there, I suppose we just make our pleasantries, hang out.
Okay. Will Tap be serving you any drinks?
Well, until people are gone, I'll have oil, and then I'll order a crossbones as soon as the place is our own.
Okay. Anybody else ordering anything in particular?
Oh, I'm just gonna have a tall ale.
Tall ale. Okay, let's make that 8 silver. Yes. 8 silver from you as well, Leroy.
Right.
And you guys wait. In the meantime, Nikarth and Karik get back. Didn't take them very long, and you guys are sitting here at the bar waiting anyways, so they join up with you. It's pretty late in the evening by the time everybody leaves. Normally, the bar would probably be closed at this point. It's, midnight or slightly beyond there. It's hard to tell right now. Nobody has a clock or anything. And finally, Tap speaks up. I apologize for, breaking the protocol slightly, but I have some news and I wanted to make sure you got it as soon as possible. We have a name.
Okay.
A.H. is Alonzo Hardy.
Why is that name familiar?
I don't know. It's not familiar to me.
Guys, am I making shit up?
I don't recognize that name.
I mean, out of character,
I
I
don't
do
either.
not recognize that name
I
at
do
all.
not either.
Okay. Maybe I'm dumb.
Is it with a Y or two E's?
L.Y.
Damn.
I don't know.
Would this name be like familiar, like well known enough that any of us might recognize it in the slightest, like even in passing?
Make me an intelligence check if you want to see if you recognize it, sure. To see if you've heard of it and can recall information about it.
I probably
guess I'll
wouldn't.
scan memory.
That's a 9.
9.
Hey. Yeah, you roll the die, it comes up.
Alright, so yeah. Unless anybody else is checking, none of you really recognize it. So Tap speaks up again. I want to make sure you know that name as soon as possible, just in case you hear it around town or anything. Happen to encounter someone who introduces themselves that way or anything like that. I don't know why he's after us or who he's necessarily affiliated with. I assume he's affiliated with the Champions of the 12 here in town, but it is hard to tell. I have my eyes around town, keeping watch. We believe we've identified the man himself, but he's just staying in one of the inns here in town and hasn't done anything suspicious yet.
Okay, thank you.
I'll make sure to keep you updated. Yes?
Which inn?
It is the House Galanda Inn in the Market District.
Okay.
And
Is that Tim's Inn?
That is Tim's Inn.
Okay.
Fuck. Okay. That's a little close for comfort.
I really hope we did not just fuck over, like, a really important person.
Here's to hoping we didn't fuck over the main plot by getting seen by AH.
Well, no, we want to meet AH. I think, right?
Do we? I thought he was like,
No, I don't
no,
think-
not.
I
I
don't
think we
think
wanted
he
to
was.
avoid him.
After the Skull and Crossbones people, like we wanted information.
Oh,
But if he's got
right.
dirt on us, that's bad.
I thought he was
Yes.
the guy who sent that letter originally when I wasn't here yet.
He was, but the letter wasn't to you guys. It was a letter you intercepted, and it spoke of you as heretics.
Oh, well, I'm one of those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe. Okay, so Alonzo Handjob is not a good man.
You can remember that by giving him an insulting name.
Yeah, if only you guys had a bard for cutting words. The
Multi-class
first one.
incoming.
Oh my god.
Just one level for insult comedy.
Exactly.
Okay, I have a little bit more. This whole time, I thought we were trying to find AH to be like, yo,
Nope.
I heard you have worked for us, man. I work for the Traveler too.
And
Get the fuck away.
That could have been a really confusing first encounter for everybody else.
Leroy just runs. Hey!
Leroy betrays the party, always Sunny theme plays.
That would
Anyways,
be a really always sunny moment.
yes. Tap doesn't have anything else for you at the moment. He just wanted to make sure you guys were aware that Alonso Hardy has been spotted in town, and he has eyes on him just in case. But, maybe it's time to be cautious.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't go back to that inn where we framed the
Definitely
guy.
not.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Anyways.
that's a couple months of rebuilding I need to do, but it's cool.
Does anyone else have anything for Tap at the moment? Any questions, suggestions?
Perhaps, could we get some kind of physical description of this man from one of your agents anytime soon?
Oh, sure, I do have a description here. Thank you for reminding me. Well, at least I've been told by my eyes around the city. He is a human, and he tends to wear dark clothing. Very fancy, but dark. He is bald, and he has a very sharp nose.
Thank you. That is an excellent piece of information. Apparently he wears dark cloth-s
Clothes.
clothes. Okay, we will steer at least somewhat clear of people that look like that.
Alright, sounds good. Anything else?
I don't think so. I think we should probably retire for the day and then go submit our work tomorrow.
Right.
That was a bad word to try and say.
Tap will then I'll ask you as well, as you all prepare to get up. Any progress on finding the... He kind of pauses and looks around the room just in case. The prophecy.
No, we are still working on ingratiating ourselves with the House Orion.
I would call progress.
Alright, well, good. Best of luck to you all. I will hopefully see you sometime soon with more news.
Thank you.
And Tap will return to his room on the first floor.
Right.
Alright.
I'm ready to go to robot bed.
So you guys just
Count those
having
electric sheep.
a normal sleep tonight?
I think so. I mean, I'm watching standing guard
Alright.
as normal.
You are, yes, robot sleep, that's true. Are you going to actually keep watch then?
I probably should. Eric's relaxed right now. Leroy's not.
Okay. Give me a perception check, please.
All right. Oh, nope, that's a textbook. All right. Perception. Boom. Oh, that's lower than my intelligence check, but with a +3.
Alright. Well, everyone drifts off to sleep, and the stirring in the building slows to a halt, and everything gets silent, as it does in the night, as you're used to. You begin to hear something in the back of your mind. Something you haven't heard in a few months. Sounds like static.
Huh? I will...
Cell towers.
What's that?
Those darn 5G cell towers.
Yep.
Yep. I will reach out with my mind. Does this feel like it's Leon?
It does.
Okay. And ask, am I doing the right things here?
The static grows louder. And then it fades. And then you hear a voice. It says, "The operator will find me." And
The
static,
operator.
and then the static fades entirely.
Oh man, that's so cryptic.
What the fuck?
Otherwise, the night passes uneventfully.
You'll love to hear it. No idea what this means.
That's standard dreams for me.
What's it like to dream?
Well, if you're a warlock, it's terrifying.
True.
See, the
Anyways,
drinks have caught up to you.
it is the dawn of the third day in your 3-day time limit for the bonus from House Orion.
Wonderful. Well, let's go tell them that they should investigate Tim
All right.
more closely.
Any objections or things you want to do first? For anyone else?
I'm not going.
Fair enough.
Probably wise. I am going.
I'll assume
straight
Felicia,
away.
Karek, Leroy, and Milos are heading over.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All
And
right.
we would invite Drost if he wasn't.
He's
Tangled up.
still busy. Yeah, he's extinguished his PC and he's building it again from scratch. You know how it is.
He's
How
managed
you
to
do?
cable manage himself into a hog tie somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. His PC has been in surgery for 48 hours. You know how it is. Anyways, you make your way over to House Orion. The guards standing there don't recognize you at first, but after a brief conversation, they consult the descriptions they were given and they let you in.
Before we go in,
Yeah.
Carrick wants to do a thing.
Okay.
I'd say as we're getting close to House Orion, he'd say to the group, Felicia, I assume you're going to be the one doing most of the talking?
That's me.
He'll say, all right, let me do a thing. And he takes out like what looks like an eagle feather, and he kind of just like, and it has like a little rune painted on it, a blue rune, and he like pricks Felicia in the back of the neck with it, and he casts Enhance Ability with Eagle Splendor. So you have advantage on all charisma checks for the next hour.
You're a champion.
Very nice.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it.
I was looking to bless him on the way down the hallway, or guide him.
I mean, I am too blessed to be stressed, but
You could bless
Hey.
yourself. No, but it works that way.
all right. I had a lot of drinks last night. What are we? What's my goal? What's my goal with this person?
Just to turn this in as a well, not turn this in. Of course, there's not a real object.
Mhm.
But to
Stick
direct him towards Tim the cook.
Okay,
as
where do
our
we find the
suspect.
letter?
Well, I wouldn't specify, like right bottom drawer or anything, because that would be knowing too much.
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps we have done some investigative work and are fairly certain that if they were to legally raid his abode, they would find some kind of incriminating evidence for sure.
Okay. On we go then.
All right.
And if it's possible, right before we go in the office, I would like to give him guidance. I mean her.
I will make you do a stealth
Thank you.
check for that. Is it still worth it?
Yeah.
Okay. Stealth check, please.
All right. Nope, that's an email. Press tab too many times.
That's not a stealth check, that's an email.
You silly. Oh, that's not terrible.
All right.
Just stealthily email.
That sounds like one of those Markov chain things.
As you begin, the very brief casting that is guidance, one of the guards looks your way, but you kind of, quickly alter what you're doing, cancel the casting, and doesn't notice anything, and then you cast it again when no one is actually looking.
All right.
Cantrips, am I right?
Yeah. Cancel costs nothing.
Yep. All right. So, you've arrived at the office that you were led to previously, and again, well, I suppose it's not as cramped this time since there's not two Goliaths trying to fit in here. But still small for the number of people that are in here, and of course there's no chairs. Yes, hello. Can I assume the deed is done then?
Partially. We, done is not necessarily the word I would use, but we did come by something perhaps more important. I have a letter here.
No, you don't.
No, we planted that.
Oh, guys, I'm having such a hard time. Can we assume Felicia isn't this stupid?
Yes.
This is a player thing.
This is fine. I'll allow the party to correct information on the way this does.
Jesus.
The deed of investigation has been done.
Yes. Okay, we just yeah. All right. We
I got this here forged letter we made.
Guys, I'm good at combat, okay? All right, so yeah, we've done some digging, and we have it on good authority that the cook named Tim for House Orion has been
For House Orion?
Cook named
Sorry.
Tim Pascalanda, working for House Lorandar.
Yep. Guys, the houses, like all this. Seriously, this is the bane of my existence.
I love mythology. This is my favorite kind of thing.
Jesus Christ. I should not have. Let me just give you my charisma. Yep, the cook for House Galandar has been colluding with House. Whatever he just said. Seriously,
Fair.
I'm
That's
sorry.
fair
I can't do this.
All good.
The old that.
It'll be mainly determined by your dice roll rather than your IRL
Yes.
cards, so don't worry about it. Anyways, you conveyed the plan. We'll say that. Go ahead and roll me a deception check at advantage with guidance.
And what's guidance? +1 or +2?
Plus a D4.
Roll a D4.
+D4. Okay. Oh boy. All right.
I really hope that's a good old boy.
I mean,
Not a good old boy. That's different.
yeah, that's gonna be a 28.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good old boy.
Without even a hesitation, he says, "Oh, I'll send somebody over there right away. I want to get this done as soon as possible. Thank you." And he kind of, pulls out a wand and waves it real quick, and then a few minutes later, somebody enters the room. You imagine it was some kind of signal. And he sends them off. About a half hour later, maybe an hour. It's hard to tell time in here when you're, just standing in a room with somebody you're trying to deceive and there's no clocks.
Nothing awkward about that.
Actually, how about, can I get a group performance check? This will be a low DC, so don't panic too hard, but I just want to see how convincing you can all be standing there not looking awkward.
Looking awkward is my most sellable skill.
Cannot wait to just have one person crit fail here and so leaning all the way against the thing.
Y'all eat beef? Felicia rolled a 23. Still
Perfect.
swinging lumber.
Okay. Karik and Nakarth was not there, right? Yeah.
Nope.
Correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. 17. I was using the wrong keyboard.
Oh, okay.
Suck.
17. Cool. Yeah,
Using
you
the
guys.
keyboard is not a normal problem.
Yeah.
It's because I didn't have my keyboard plugged into my laptop.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I interrupted.
Either way, yep, you guys managed to keep yourselves from looking too suspicious. And as I said, that hour or so later, could have been 5 minutes, it's hard to tell, passes, and the House Orion member he sent off, the agent he sent off, returns, holding a letter. He immediately hands the letter to this worker, who reads it over, and it appears you were right. We found this letter in his room, of all places. you'd really think that if Slorendar was trying to hire someone against us, that he'd hire someone more competent, but either way, thank you for completing this
You
work.
would think, huh?
Yeah.
Where did you find it?
They think we're...
You said in his bedroom.
Yes, we searched to his house, and fortunately he wasn't home at the moment. I think he was running his inn. We'll send somebody over to deal with him shortly.
We're sorry that you had this happen, but we're, of course, glad that we were able to clear it up for you.
Yes, I'm glad you were able to finish the task in the 3-day time limit that I had suggested for the bonus. So, now, DM note, remind me, that we had agreed, I think it was, I had originally said like 15 gold per day, and then you guys just scaled it up to a week directly, and that's per person.
It was something like that. It was a pile of cash, but I do not remember
Yeah.
the exact amount.
Alright, so everybody take 105 gold. We can correct that between sessions if we need to.
Let's just round it up to 10,000 apiece.
105 gold sounds right.
Yeah,
Jordan.
no, that's a pretty, it's still a pretty big payday
That
for a
seems
3-day
pretty good.
task, yeah. Alright. Now, if you will
And
all follow me.
There had been some mention of a bonus. Is this
Indeed.
included?
Not included in the gold. If you'll follow me, actually. He gets up from his desk. Leads you down a hallway, leads you down a few different kind of confusing hallways. And you enter a fairly large room. Inside this large room, you actually see not House Orion symbols emblazoned on things, but House Cannith symbols emblazoned on things. Or crests, rather. Sorry. We've been in collaboration with House Cannith for a bit, and, well, the product we're developing to aid our agents, we've moved on to a new step, and we have a leftover prototype I figured you may appreciate. Kind of waves to an agent in the back who is currently wearing what appears to be some kind of harness. Bill, if you would. And Bill kind of pulls on a strap on the harness and then suddenly takes off very quickly and then leaps over a wall and lands on the other side. We figure, as the House of Transport, our agents should be able to get around quicker and be more mobile in general. It's, as I said, a prototype. Our finished product has a few of the kinks worked out and things like that, but I figure I see a few of your skilled tinkers. Maybe you can finish the job yourself. Bill takes off the harness and hands it to you, and here are the stats for the item.
So he just gave us a jetpack.
Yes.
And you can find this, you should be able to find this if one of you wants to add it to their inventory.
Before Sonos says that we have gone full Attack on Titan.
That is indeed the inspiration for this item.
Okay. When do we get the long swords?
That's up to you.
Paring blades or whatever they are.
Yeah, so as you can see, you get passive bonus movement speed. You can use it to give yourself advantage on range attacks by it stabilizing you, and if you choose on your turn, it can make you faster and more agile, but it has a chance of backfiring and making you slower.
Okay. And that's the overdrive thing.
Yep.
Okay, I see.
This is pretty sick.
Thanks.
This is really cool.
Oh, yeah,
I
this
want to
is
use
what-
this, but I have like no
Yes.
reason to.
I will note that it does require, if it breaks, it requires a Tinker's Tools check in order to repair it.
Probably one of the tinkers should use that.
Real
I
shit.
mean,
Can't have heavy armor though. That's one thing.
True. Yep. Not compatible with heavy armor, but it's compatible with everything else.
Milos, did you want it or?
You can use it.
All right.
I have very little use for high mobility.
I'll take it then.
All right, fair enough. So yeah,
Sweet.
if you search for that in your equipment, you should be able to find it and add it. So they hand that over to you. Well, if that would be all, it was nice doing business with you.
It was a pleasure.
You, in town for much longer?
We'll be here for a while. Why do you ask?
Well, you've proven yourselves trustworthy and capable, much more capable than some of the other agents we've tried to put on this case. So, there may be more work for you. I will discuss it with my superiors, and we'll send word to you. Where are you staying?
Someone remember the name?
We're at one of the House Galanda things, right? With
We're
a
at one of
tap.
the Golden Dragon Inns, the one by the station, I believe.
Yeah, it's actually the only inn in town run by House Orion because it's part of the train station, basically.
Oh,
Oh.
sick.
So we're staying at their own damn inn. So
Yep, it's perfect. Oh, perfect. So I will absolutely have word sent to you there then. And what should we call you?
Strangers.
Oh God, not strangers.
Are we giving a
Yeah, probably
The
not the
neighbor.
chivalrous for the Travelers Organization.
The neighbor.
Well, the strangers aren't like the strangers are a name you guys just gave yourself in Galt. It's not like a established name anywhere other than that.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Strangers.
we're the strangers.
This is a fine time for a personal brand.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hi, strangers. Very interesting. Well, hope to do business with you again soon. And he will
Likewise.
usher you out of the building.
Right.
All right, so there you go, guys.
can't wait till I show up with you guys and they're like, wait, who is this fucker?
Exactly. Anyways, I think that's a good stopping point for the evening, even though it's a little early. Just because I don't know how much else you guys could get done in 10 minutes, unless you guys want to have any in-party discussions about things.
Well, while they're
I
off
think
at their
you're-
meeting, could I put a few hours into the Eldritch Claws?
Unfortunately, the work increments are weeks.
All right, never mind.
Easy. How many hours do you want to spend? If you spend like 4, that's how much of a week?
Yep.
Is just super interested in this this harness that
Yeah. So as I noted on the card, if you were, attempt to spend some time kind of fixing it up, you might not only make it more stable, but you might also unlock some of the features that aren't currently there, or even add your own touches to it.
very nice.
Just saying, with that, Nakarth could jump 42 feet off the ground.
What?
Sounds high enough for you to take fall damage.
Not as a monk.
Yeah, you get
Oh,
extra
motherfucker!
Nakarth can negate up to like 60 feet and fall damage or something just because he's a monk. It's great. It's
I'll
also
never
around
have
this
to
line.
prepare the jump spell.
True.
Yeah, I'm laying no claim to that Attack on Titan harness. That is all you, boys.
Oh, I mean, I don't need it. I just think it would be hilarious if I had it, because I already have
It
a ring
would
of
be
jump.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
know
it would
if-
be really fun to use that. I just have no possible excuse to claim it over anyone else.
Same.
I don't know if anyone needs it. I think it's going to be hilarious for whoever gets it, which is why, like,
Yeah.
It'll be good for our gun-toting assholes, because then that's easier for them to reposition.
Also,
gun-toting assholes.
also, as a bonus action, you can give yourself advantage on range. So yeah, definitely good for the gun-toting assholes.
Oh. I missed
yeah.
the advantage on range attacks.
Ranged weapon attacks,
Yes.
specifically, unfortunately.
Very sad.
Yeah, I mean the flavor there is it like tenses up your body and makes you rigid so that you can get rid of
Fire without recoil.
Yeah, well, fire without recoil and also fire without like the natural shakiness of your body, which unfortunately would kind of hinder you doing somatic components of casting. So
Kind of, yeah. Mhm.
yeah,
Maybe we tune it up so that it can help with casting.
I mean you do have tinkers in your party that if you want them to make
Just
that
like-
enhancement, they could.
It is only a
Enormous
round. so it's
library.
It's only one round, and you're already using your bonus action to use that, and then you're using your action to use the ranged weapon attack. So it's like It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's
Cast.
medium.
Yep.
All right. Fun session.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
I'll call it
Thank
that.
you.